"This is terrible shit," Lester muttered, handing the joint to Jerry. "There's nothing worth a damn for sale these days. Scott said the only thing you can get off on is smack." Jerry nodded. The waitress appeared with more coffee. "You boys are sure laughing a lot," she said. "What's so funny at this hour of the morning?" Lester fixed her with a front toothless smile and two glittering eyes that might have seemed dangerous if he hadn't been in such a mellow mood. "You know," he said, "I used to be a male whore, and I'm laughing because I'm so happy that I finally found Jesus." The waitress smiled nervously as she filled our cups and then hurried back to her perch behind the counter. We drank off the coffee and traded a few more stories about the horrors of the latter-day drug market. Then Jerry said they would have to get moving. "We're heading for Baltimore," he said. "What about you?" "Washington," I said. "What for?" Lester asked. "Why the fuck would anybody want to go there?" I shrugged. We were standing in the parking lot while my Doberman pissed on the wheel of a big Hard Brothers poultry truck. "Well, it's a weird sort of trip," I said finally. "What happened is that I finally got a job after 12 years. "Jesus," said Lester. "That's heavy. 12 years on a dole? Man, you must have been really strung out." I smiled. Yeah, I guess you could say that." "What kind of job?" Jerry asked. Now the Doberman had the driver of the Hard Brothers truck backed up against his cab, screeching hysterically at the dog and kicking out with his metal-toed army boots. We watched with vague amusement as the Doberman, puzzled by this crazy outburst, backed off and growled a warning. "Oh, God, Jesus!" screamed the trucker. "Somebody help me!" It was clear that he felt he was about to be chewed up and killed, for no reason at all, by some vicious animal that had come out of the darkness to pin him against his own truck. "Okay, Benji!" I shouted. "Don't fool with that man. He's nervous." The trucker shook his fist at me and yelled something about getting my license number. "Get out of here, you asshole!" Lester screamed. "It's pigs like you that give Dobermans a bad name." Jerry laughed as the trucker drove off. "You won't last long on a job with a dog like that," he said. "Seriously, what kind of work do you do?" "It's a political gig," I said. "I'm going to Washington to cover the '72 presidential campaign for Rolling Stone." "Jesus Christ," Jerry muttered. "That's weird. The Stone is into politics?" I stared down at the asphalt, not sure what to say. Was the Stone into politics? Or was it just me? I'd never really wondered about it, but suddenly, on the outskirts of Washington, in the cold gray dawn of this truck stop near Breezewood, just north of the Maryland line, it suddenly occurred to me that I couldn't really say what I was doing there, except heading for D.C. with an orange pig-shaped trailer and a Doberman pinscher with bad bowels after too many days on the road. "It sounds like a stinking goddamn way to get back into work," said Lester. "Why don't you hang up that bullshit and we'll put something together with that car shuttle Jerry told you about?" I shook my head. "No, I want to at least try this trip," I said. Lester stared at me for a moment, then shrugged. "God damn," he said. "What a bummer. Why would anybody want to get hung up in a pile of shit like politics?" "Well," I said, wondering if there was any sane answer to a question like that, "it's mainly a personal trip, a very hard thing to explain." Jerry smiled. "You talk like you've tried it," he said, "like maybe you got off on it." "Not as far as I meant to," I said, "but definitely high." Lester was watching me now with new interest. "I always thought that about politicians," he said. "Just a gang of goddamn power junkies gone off on their own strange trips." "Come on now," said Jerry. "Some of those guys are okay." "Who?" Lester asked. "That's why I'm going to Washington," I said, "to check out the people and find out if they're all swine." "Don't worry," said Lester. "They are. You might as well go looking for cherries in a Baltimore whorehouse."